Hey guys, welcome back. This is a pick a card reading on who will I marry. I did this before, but I don't think I went too deep into the characteristics of the person, and I do want to do that this time because it should be interesting to know how they are. Um, but yeah, I think I more spoke about the trauma that they've probably been through, but this time I want to get more into the characteristics of them. And also it'll be who would I marry slash life partner, because some people, they don't want to get married, they just want to be with someone and be with them for the rest of their life, and that's it. They don't really believe in marriage. So it will be who will I marry slash who's my life partner, something like that in the title. But we're going to choose between three options. We have option number one. I don't know what this is. I think my sister left it, my younger sister, she's like 9. But anyways, this is option number one. Don't ask me what it is, I don't know what it is. This is option number two. It's my Mystic Mondays Tarot guidebook. And then option number 3 is the lighter. So option number 1, option number 2, and option number 3. And I want to just read it, guys, because I'm in a loving mood. I'm in a good mood, like, you know what I mean? And let's spread the love out there. So I'm going to go to pile number 1. Right now. Who is the person that pile number 1's going to marry, or who is their life partner? How's their personality? Let's go. I feel like this person can be quite they tend to have mood swings. The reason I say that, because this object has like multiple colors, and it's like 1 minute the crown chakra is activated. So 1 minute they can be very logical, they can be very clearly spoken, they can predict things that are about to happen, so very logical. And then one moment they just work on emotions, because the green represents the heart chakra. So then one moment is like they'll work on their feelings. So where you're thinking they'll logically, every situation they get in is very logical, they're going to look at it in a logical viewpoint. There may be times where a situation will occur, you're expecting them to think logically, and everything is just emotional. Everything is how they feel, but not what it is. So at times you might be very confused because you don't really know how they're going to react to a situation. Not in a bad way, but it's like, are you going to use your logic in this situation, or are you going to use emotions? Which one? So for you, it will always be a surprise, because this person, they can kind of change the way they see stuff sometimes. We also have blue on this thing. I'm going to call it a thing because I actually don't know what it is. And this means that they can be very careful with the way they say stuff. That's one thing. I think regardless of the way they look at things, the way they say things is very particular and very careful, where they don't offend anyone. So that's one. But this person is in their head a lot, because whether either of these 3 chakras, you're in your head a lot about it. You're in your head about how you feel about something emotionally. You're in your head about what could happen next. You're in your head about how you say things. So this person is going to be a deep thinker, regardless of the way they behave. But those are the few ways that they may behave. And because this thing is squiggly, I don't even know. It's not a specific shape. So I feel like this person is quite adaptable. And they're not a particular way. So they're not circle, they're not square, they're not triangle. You know, those are very basic shapes, and it is what it is. What is this? This ain't even a shape. Like, this person is adaptable, and they're very, I know I'm describing them here and there, but in a sense, they're kind of undescribable, because obviously once you get with them, if someone some random person or even a family member was to ask you, oh, how is your wife or husband, or how is your life partner, like, what is their personality, you'd probably be there for days, because it's too hard to explain. You'd be explaining for days, sorry. Or you'd probably be like, I can't explain my partner to you, or my married partner to you. They are something different. Like, so that may be um, that may be the way you respond to people when they're like, how do you explain your partner? You might say there's something else. They are something else. I can't explain my partner to you. And it's not in a bad way that they're something else, but they're just something else. That's the best way I could put it. Glass shuffle. Who will power number one marry or end up with? Okay, that flew out. Four of Wands reverse. I don't think this person is very traditional. I don't think they're traditional at all. Because the Four of Wands upright it represents marriage. It represents stability. It pretty much represents the home. You know, the particular happy family. Oh my gosh! One moment, guys. I never do this in readings, but I just got a message. It's quick. It's quick. One moment. I'm sorry. This is so rude, guys. It's gonna take 2 seconds. One moment. Okay, we're done. Right. So this person is not very traditional. So a lot of you may not actually get married to this person, but you may be with them for a long time. So if for a lot of you, I'm feeling this is more of like a life partner. If you wanted to get married, there's a possibility you probably could get married to this person, but they don't find it a necessity. They don't feel like they have to. They probably would marry you to make you happy, but that's not something that they're very strong about or they really believe. It's not part of their belief system. But either way, even if you do get married to this person, whether you get married to them or not, they're going to be quite original, quite authentic. They they're not the traditional man or woman. They're very different. Any role that that society thinks they're supposed to play, they're not going to play it. And it's not in a bad way. It's just that either, for example, if you have a husband, you know the traditional husband, he goes to work, he's the breadwinner, he brings the money in, and he plays with the children here and there, you know. But this may be a husband that's like, I'm a stay-at-home husband. I look after the kids. I go out with them and do a lot of things. I'm very maternal. You know, it is something completely different to the way society thinks that the husband or wife should be. If it's a wife, she's probably, I'm not saying you can't be like this as a wife, but come on, everyone knows the 1950s stereotypical wife is a wife that stays at home, watches the kids, housewife straight. So this would be a wife that, you know, she's the breadwinner. She goes out and works 24/7. She comes back. She might have a nanny that looks after the children because she has 3 jobs. You know, it might be that type of dynamic. Either way, they're not playing the role society it expects them to play. That's how they are. At times they may be a bit, as I said, because they think logically 1 minute, emotionally 1 minute, and they're careful with their words 1 minute, it can come across quite like a riddle when they're saying certain things. To some people, it can come across like they're quite unstable, and yeah, that is part of their characteristics, part of their personality. So, how is power number one's person that they're going to marry or end up with? Knight of Wands upright. So this person is very adventurous. This person is very spontaneous. Warning: they may like sex a lot, so they may want to have intercourse a lot. So there might be a day where you guys just want to go to bed because you had a long day at work, and they're like, no, sir, no, ma'am, I want some of that, you know, I want some. And it's just like, some of you ain't gonna get a break. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for your genitals. You're not going to get a break. And yeah, because this person likes it. They just love it. So yeah, I mean, that's good, right? Well, it depends on your preference. If you're not very sexual, you're not going to find that great. But there's someone that likes that. Let's see what else. What? Oh, and also they're quite fun. I know I said they're adventurous, spontaneous. Obviously, fun comes into that, but they are a very fun individual. As much as they may not be the most stable, they are very fun. At least, you know, if you're someone that values fun, then that's great, right? How's part number one's person? So, person or partner they end up with. We have the Ace of Swords. So, this person's not afraid to speak their mind. Does it make sense all of the time to others? No. But they're going to speak their truth. They're going to tell you about yourself. They don't care. So, yeah, if you hurt their feelings this morning or last morning, they're going to tell you, you know what, you hurt my feelings yesterday. I didn't like that too much. I didn't like it. I would prefer if you change the way you speak to me because it's not right. Like, they'll be so direct with it. They don't care. You know, some people, they'll feel hurt about something and they won't really mention it later because they're just like, it's unnecessary. I don't want to cause any type of stress on my partner. They probably was acting weird because they've been going through something. This person's like, no, I don't care. I don't care if you're going through something. You're not going to talk to me like that. I'm going to tell you about yourself. Like, they're very direct. If they feel uncomfortable about something, they're going to tell you. If they have an idea or a plan, they're going to tell you. And it is more of, if they don't understand how you're feeling, they're going to keep asking you, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Obviously that sounds aggressive. So some of them may come across aggressive, but yeah, because there's a lot of fire energy here. That's why this person may come across aggressive, but they don't mean it. It's just they want to know what's going on. This could be a fire sign person or an air sign person you most probably end up with, or they have it heavily in their chart. But they're just gonna want the truth about everything. They want clarity in a lot of situations, and they're not afraid to tell you if you've hurt their feelings. And even if you've hurt someone else's feelings, they'll tell you about that too. I didn't like too much how you spoke to Brittany the other day. I didn't like how you spoke to Tiffany the other day. I think you should apologize. Like, they're not scared. They're definitely not scared of you. I'll tell you that much. So it's going to be very clear communication. Also, they may be someone that's they like to be mentally stimulated. So when they're talking to you, they might want you to kind of speak about topics where you have to think. So if you're someone okay, and this is kind of rude, but you know, there's some people out there that don't like to have these type of conversations where you have to think a lot. This person likes having conversations where, you know, it exercises the mind. They might want to speak about, you know, conspiracy theories, or they might want to speak about the technicalities of a situation. I don't even know if that's a word, but they may want to speak about specific things that, you know, gets the gears going, and you guys might have to get prepared for that because that's how this person is. We have the Lovers reversed. So, one, it could be a Gemini, but two, this person isn't very romantic, I'd say. So the way, how do I explain this? You know, the traditional type of, as I said, this person's not really traditional, guys. You have to get ready for that. So, you know, the traditional type of relationship, marriage, long-term relationship, it is kind of romantic. There's some sort of romance in there, at least, right? This person kind of, they're going to make the connection quite interesting. It may be a bit more, there may be a bit more of a friendship element there. There may be more of a, it's just different. It's not that romantic, guys. Sorry. I tried to make it sound, you know, interesting, but it's just not that romantic. That's not to say that the connection isn't going to work, but they may end up being more of your friend than a romantic partner, but they're still your romantic partner, basically. Let's see what else comes up. And then we have Temperance reverse. So for a lot of you, this person just has unbalanced energy, and this is probably why they're not that romantic towards you. I don't think they can help it because they try to be as clear as they can and vocal as they can. But there may have been, you know, childhood traumas or stuff that have built them to be this way, but this is how they are. And because they're quite an unbalanced person, they because they're quite an unbalanced person, they can't give you romance the way you may want it. If you're a very romantic person, you can't expect this person to be super duper romantic. They could try, but it's just not in them because they've just experienced too much trauma. And I knew it was trauma because at the bottom of the Temperance reverse was the King of Cups reverse. So there was a male figure in their life that has basically messed with the way that they love. So this male figure could have been abusive. Normally the King of Cups reverse is someone that's quite, I think they're emotionally abusive more than anything, but they just wasn't playing their role. If there was a father, they wasn't playing their role to this person. If they was an uncle, they wasn't playing their role. There's a male figure in their life that just was very destructive and is affected them. And this is why when it comes to their connection with you, they're not very romantic because they never really got that love from that male figure. So they're just showing you love the way they know. They think that's through like a friendship type of vibe. So yeah, that's pretty much how your person is. Let me get more information. So how else is your person? Let's see, how is your person pile number 1? 1, 2, 3. I mean, at least they're not a cheat or anything. I wasn't getting that, guys. It's just the way they love is a bit different to the traditional way people love. How's pile number 1's marriage partner or love interest? How's pile number 1's partner, love interest? We have newbies protection reversed. They don't feel very protected, and this is why they may behave in an impulsive way or an aggressive way sometimes. They don't feel very protected. And as I said, that could have been because of past situations that they've been in. So if you feel like they've behaved in a weird way at times, it's because they don't feel very safe. I know that's a lot of pressure on you, but that's the tea. Who is the person that pile number 1's going to marry or end up with? Too many came out. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Apollo inquiry. So this person asks a lot of questions, guys. They're going to keep asking you stuff like, what's going on with this? What's happening with this? How do you feel about this? Because they really need to know. Because they are someone that doesn't feel protected all the time. They need to ask so that they know what's going on completely. That may irritate some of you guys. You might be like, who are you, the police? Why do I need to answer every question? Like, you're asking me too many questions. Didn't I already tell you that yesterday? But this person just needs to confirm that your feelings haven't changed about something, that your view hasn't changed about something, because they want to feel protected by you. But they're going to keep asking stuff to feel protected, basically. What is the... Who is the person pile number one gonna marry or end up with? Oh, too many cards. Too many cards. I just want one more card. Odin guidance. So this isn't how the person is because they inquire a lot. So this person's always going to look to you for guidance. So because they wasn't protected by someone in their I really feel like as a family member, someone growing up didn't protect them the way that they were supposed to. So now when it comes to you, they expect you to kind of take on that role. So if it was their mother who may have probably had a very masculine energy, if it was their mother that didn't protect them like they were supposed to, they're going to look at you like, what do I do now? What do I do now? Like, they may use you as a mother figure if you're a woman. And if it was their father that didn't protect them and do what he was supposed to do, then as a man, they're going to look at you like, what do we do now? But like, they look to you for protection, they look to you for guidance, and they ask you like, what's happening now? They ask you a lot of questions so that they feel secure. Helios cycles is reversed because this person, I don't think it's going to be a dynamic where there's some relationship dynamics where the person leaves, comes back, leaves, come back. I don't think this is that type of situation. Like, because this person, I'm going to say, depends on you a lot emotionally, they don't really want to invest time in anyone else. So it's not a thing where you're going to go through cycles of we're not talking, we're talking, we're not talking, because this person they are someone that can't have two or more people at one time. They just can't do it, and they don't feel safe enough to even do that. So I mean, that's a good sign, I guess. Well, it's not a good sign that they feel like that, but it is a good sign that they're not going to sleep with other people. So yeah. Okay, last messages. Last shuffle. Okay. Who is the person that pile number one is going to end up with or marry? So you miss someone, shallow grave reversed. This person is just not going to get over a past person. I don't think it's a love interest. I'm picking up it could be. So for a lot of you, I'm feeling like it's a family member that may have passed but didn't treat them right when they was alive. If that makes sense. They didn't treat your partner right when they was alive. But this person's gone now. Obviously, they've transitioned to the next realm. I don't like to. I just personally, guys, like, I feel like we either reincarnate to something else or our soul just goes into another body. That's my belief. No one has to believe that, right? So when I say transition, it does mean death, but obviously in this, in the 3D, basically, they've just transitioned to another state. Now maybe I just don't believe we just die and rot and that's the end of us. I don't believe it. I feel like there is a transition going on into another realm. I have to say realm because that's what I personally believe. That's the best way I can put it. Anyway, they transition, but it's reverse. They're gone now. And because this person has unresolved issues with this person that has passed, they're carrying it with you, basically. So they're kind of, how do I explain this? It's so deep. Let's say, for example, I have to use this example. Let's say, for example, this person's mother was just horrible to them, really horrible, was treated them like shit. Okay. And then basically, the mother is dying, and now the mother's died, and the person's kind of like, the child's kind of, they didn't get closure. They didn't understand why their mother behaved a certain way. This child's basically your partner, right? And now, you're, let's say they're a guy and you're a girl now, they will expect you to do things a mother's supposed to do that their mother didn't do. So this is just a lot of pressure on you, and it's because obviously they miss their mum, but she's passed now, and is like, now that responsibility of what the mum should have done is on you. That's the best way I can explain it. So there's that element there. That's the type of person they are. It's not their fault, but it's because of the past trauma. Dried flowers, sweet memories. This person's very sentimental. So I didn't. Now there's a difference between sentimental and romantic, right? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you they're romantic, because they're not, straight, because their family member did not give that to them. But if you gave them if you give them a hat for their birthday, let's say 5 years ago, they're gonna keep it because it reminds them of you. They put a lot of value onto it, the gifts you give them. So they're a very sentimental person. They'll remember small little details. So let's say on your second anniversary, they remember that you was wearing bright red shoes and you had bright red lipstick and you was wearing a bright red dress. Like, there's things in particular, your hair was up that day, you normally wear it down. They're very sentimental people. So this person is very they like to think of memories, good ones, and they do that with you as well. So you may think, oh, this person has a good memory. They associated that memory, how do I say this? It's not a good well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's because they just remembered. It's because they've put a lot of value into that memory, basically. That's the sort of person that your partner is, your long-term one, your husband or wife. Okay. Glamour, intrigue, drama. So yeah, this person is very dramatic. I'm going to let you know from now. They're not a very relaxed person at all. I'm not going to lie to you guys. They're not very relaxed. Everything's dramatic, but they don't mean for it to be dramatic. That's just how they are. They're not doing it for attention. It's just because they didn't experience a lot of security young. So as they get older, everything just seems a bit dramatic with them. They are intriguing. I would say this person is very beautiful. Never really saw this card like that before, but this person is very intriguing because they act very erratic, and they speak their mind, and they're very adventurous. So a lot of people will find this person intriguing to talk about, to spend time with. They're not boring at all, I'll tell you that much. This person may like to travel a lot because there's like a boat in her hair. They may say, oh, let's go here. Let's go to Ibiza. Let's go to Spain. Let's go to America. They want to go somewhere different. They want to travel. Like, this person may like to travel a lot. Could be a Sagittarius. But this person's very glamorous too. So they may dress very well, I must say. I am getting the vibe that they dress very well. They dress very different to other people as well. But it doesn't look odd. It looks like, okay, that's different, but it looks good. Not why don't people dress like this? That's interesting. So this person, they're kind of a trendsetter when it comes to looks. So they won't embarrass you and look bummy or anything. If you guys are people that are very concerned about the way you look, this person's not going to look shabby or anything like that. They're going to present themselves well when it comes to looks. personality now, people might think, okay, this person is doing a lot. But in terms of looks, very presentable. And it says healing from heartache at the bottom of the deck. So it's just literally showing you that this person hasn't really healed from a past trauma that's happened to them. As I said, I personally don't believe it's a relationship that they went through. I think it's a relationship with their mother, father, or family member that was supposed to look after them and they didn't. So now it's caused problems into your relationship with them. Not problems, but a lot of burdens. And that's not nice to say, but you have a lot of burdens that you have to deal with when it comes to this person because they wasn't loved the way they were supposed to be loved. So yeah, that's your reading, pile number 1. But I'm going to go to pile number 2 now. Let me sage this place because I don't want the same energy to come up. I don't really want that kind of thing. Some new energy. Some pile number 2 energy. Pile number 2 energy. Pile number 2 energy. Cool. This is if you chose the book. So this person's completely different to pile number 1. They're very systematic. They're very into routine. There's a way that you do stuff and you have to follow that way. There's morals that we have and we need to continue to have them. There's beliefs that we have and we need to continue having these beliefs. They're very by the book. Yeah. They're very by the book. This person also, I would say, is viewed highly by their community because they come across like a guide. People go to them for guidance. So what do I do about this situation? Your married partner or long-term partner is someone that would say, this is the way that you should do stuff because this is the right way. I feel like, and it's not in a oh, my way or the highway type of thing, but it is more like, this is what's good. It sounds quite bad with the way I'm saying it, but when they guide people, they're doing it out of love. What they're saying is to promote peace and to promote tradition in a good way, to make people feel better about themselves. It's not in an egotistical way. It's more to make someone feel better, with their soul, make them feel at peace with their soul, basically. So it's because obviously when I first said it, it may have sounded a bit egotistical, but no, it's more like, for example, if we're going to look at egotistical and we're going to look at like soul serving. So if someone came to your person and was like, oh, this person did something bad to me, what should I do? So if this is someone that was working on ego, they would be like, oh, you should attack them. You should show them not to mess with you. You should assert dominance so they don't do it again. Like, that's more like egotistical, and that's a way someone could guide someone, right? But this person more soul serves people in a positive way. So if someone was to ask them the same type of question, because this person works on a loving energy that cleanses the soul and nurtures the soul, they'll say something like, that person's going through something. That doesn't mean that you have to behave the same way as that person. So just move forward with your life. Forget about them. Don't wish bad on them. Just, it is what it is. And you'll be fine, Just keep doing good things in life and you'll be fine. Like, that's the type of advice that your person would give people. And that's why people like going to your person for advice and they view them as a guide. So yeah, this person may also be mysterious because the book is black. Black represents mystery. This person, they make people transform. So let's say if the person I was asking for advice is an egotistical person, they may teach that person to more work on a soul serving energy. They may teach this person to peace and love rather than dominance and aggression, you know, and that's changed the person, that's transformed the person. So yeah, some people may refer to a person as quite magical, so I feel like this person may also be very highly spiritual. So they may be, so some of you, this person may be quite psychic. They may know why someone's behaving a certain way. They can predict certain things that are about to happen. There's a lot of people in the world that can do that, but this person's one of them, very highly spiritual. They won't really need tools to do that. They can just see a situation, think about it, look at the person, look at how they're feeling, and they've deciphered the whole dynamic of the situation without knowing too much information verbally, if that makes sense. So yeah, very psychic type of individual, very spiritual type of individual. But yeah. And shuffling. Last shuffle. Okay, pile number 2. How is your person? I wasn't say your person because I put the title in the. I put up the title so you guys know when I say how's your person, right? Cool. How's your person in the future? Number 2. Okay. Yeah. This person gets along with a lot of people. They really value community. So if you end up having a big family with this person expects everyone to stay together. They want them together. They want them everyone to get along. They don't want no problems. They want everyone to teach each other how to be better people. They want to support each family member when they're going through something bad. They want it to be a very supportive system. Not just them supporting everyone, but the mother, the child, everyone supporting each other in whatever way they can. That's how this person is. And if it's not just in a family dynamic, because obviously it is, because we're talking about who you're marrying, but even when it comes to people outside of the family, they would like everyone in their workplace to get along, everyone in their community to get along. Do you know what I mean? So that's just how they are. 6 of Cups upright. There's someone that's really going to value time with family. They really love spending time with family. They could have a cousin that they don't really see often, but let's say it's their birthday coming up, they're going to be there. Like, they don't care. It could be their 3rd cousin. I don't care. I'm still going. They're very loving. It could be like a couple friends. If they have an important event going on, they're going to be there. They're going to bring their family too. Like, this person is very family oriented, and they even treat their friends as family too. So yeah, they're just very loving people. That's what I'm getting. This person may also, this person may even say stuff to you like, "Oh, let's go sit on the hill while the sun's setting." And you might be like, hold a minute, we haven't done that for years. Like, we probably did that on the 1st or 2nd date. These times you guys are like big 50, 60, been married for 20 years, let's say, or 30 years. They're like, okay, but why not? Why do we have to do different things just because we're getting older? Why can't we do the things that we first started doing when we first got together? Because I like it. I like doing that. I want to keep doing that because it reminds me, why I met you in the first place. It reminds me why I like you. It reminds me. This is so sweet. This is so sweet, guys. They love doing things. They love doing activities with you that they did when they was younger. Even if you guys just used to like eat chips outside the chip shop, like when you was younger, at big 50, 45 days may still want to do that. They may want to sit, obviously this time sitting there, but go to the same place that they went to when you guys were like 20 or 30. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of person that they are. So that's so sweet. exactly, yeah. This person may also want a lot of children. I don't know if I already said that, but they do. Okay. How... Let's find number twos. Oh, okay, that one was up, right? The Sun. This person is very optimistic. Very optimistic. If you guys say something and it's quite negative, and sometimes some people don't mean to be negative, but they're feeling a certain way, and you guys might be expressing to them, oh, I feel sad, I feel this way, I don't think this is going to work out that great. You guys are the type of person, no, your person is the type of person to say, don't worry, it'll be fine. Look at the bright side. Look at all the positive things that are about to happen for you. Look at the positive things about to happen for us. Like, they always like to look at the positive. They like to be optimistic in a lot of situations. They don't want you to stress. They'll basically be your peace in a sense. Anytime you're stressing, they're just like, calm down, be peaceful, it's fine. Everything's beautiful when you really look at it. You're only looking at the negatives, look at the positives. So they're very loving in that way. This person's also very beautiful. They're very beautiful. I don't know if I said that for part number one, but anytime I see the Sun card, this woman, she just has long, luxurious hair. She's just, look at her curves. She's that girl. So obviously, if this is a woman, she's very beautiful, and that is gonna. So basically, however you are inside, it's gonna show physically as well. So because this person operates on a positive level, it's just gonna show through their body as well. They're not gonna age as fast. They may not die as quick, because that is the way you think also is related to your physical health as well. So they just it looks like they're glowing ultimately. They may have shiny, nice skin, but it's because of the energy that they put out there to others. So it's reflecting in their looks. So if it's a woman, she's very, I don't want to say very curvy, okay. This is so interesting that I'm saying this, but in different communities, they value different body shapes and that. So let's say if if you're in the Caribbean, if this is a girl in the Caribbean, she's very curvy. They value very curvaceous woman. She's got long hair. She's just really pretty. It's basically that beauty standard. But then let's say, I don't want to be very, I don't know too tough. So let's say, you don't want to be offensive. Let's say in another country, being slim is in, being very slim and having like short hair maybe is more in. Like, that's how this person looks. It's like whatever the beauty standard is in your country, that's how this person appears. So I know that's kind of weird. I think that's what guys are like, what? But that's literally how this person appears. Whatever the beauty standard is, they excel at it. They just look. And the maddest thing about it is they don't even try. They woke up like this. That's how they look. They look good, basically. And for a lot of you, it's not even, obviously I'm not trying to downplay makeup, because obviously I wear makeup. I was not in my videos. I don't wear makeup a lot in my videos, but I wear makeup. But this person doesn't need to wear makeup. Like, they could if they wanted to, but I think there's someone that just naturally looks good, basically. They could go outside and people are staring at them like, whoa, because they look that good, man or woman, So, what else? Okay. The Devil. Okay. I don't think, what's so funny? I know you guys are like, I thought this was a positive reading. Why is the Devil up? What this basically means is a lot of people are attracted to them, but it's in an obsessed way. This person has people that are obsessed with them because they have such a positive energy. What's interesting though is, hold on, I don't think this person succumbs to it though. Yeah. Okay. Your person's hard. Let me tell you why. I mean, they're amazing because there's a lot of people. They have a lot. I'll tell you one thing. They have a lot of jealous people around them. That's one. I don't normally read this card like this, but it does represent it can, for me in this reading, it can represent jealousy, because people that are jealous with them are obsessed with them, because it's like, power number two's husband, I think they're all of that. Power number two wife, I think they're all of that, just because they say a few good words here and there and they get along with everyone. Yeah, they got loads of haters. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Power's got loads of haters. People been hating, and they're just like, okay, like, no one cares, say what you want. You're working on a negative energy, you're working on a low vibration. We do up high vibrations out here, we do positivity. So if you want to be, obsessed with me and talk rubbish about me, I feel that you're restricted because of me, it is what it is. I have nothing to do with that. That's your mindset, whatever. This person does not care about no haters. They don't care about people that's obsessed with them. Someone could come to them tomorrow and be like, Ashley down the road, she really keeps talking about you like 24/7, and your partner's just like, who cares? Okay, that's nice. They don't care. Like, your partner is not phased by toxic people, but people are very attracted to them. So, guys, I don't know if you guys are a bit of the insecure kind in terms of how you feel when people try to speak to your partner, but please believe there's gonna be some people that are gonna try to speak to your partner. If you're at an event, let's say a party or something, and you bring your partner to the party, please know that there's gonna be people trying to speak to them, but not trying to speak to them as a friend. They're trying to be intimate. They're trying to take your partner, but your partner, one thing you should know, you shouldn't really feel insecure about that, because one, your partner chose you, and two, it's kind of a thing where they don't care anyway. They don't care. They're happy with you. They're at peace with you. They don't want them. So unfortunately, guys, you picked up a good looking partner, so these are the consequences. If you pick up a good looking partner, you're going to get people that want your partner, you're going to get people that want to do some bad things to them, but that, and I mean that sexually and like physically, because they're jealous. But you just got to be like, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, you just shouldn't care. In fact, you should be flattered, because people care about your partner so much, but your partner chose you, so it doesn't even matter. It's nice, it's lovely. I feel like for some of you, if they're just if they're not a priest, they can't be a priest. Why did I say that? Not a priest. They, whatever they are, they're in a position where a lot of people, like, let's say alcoholics, drug addicts, like people that have problems with addictions, people that are promiscuous, let's say, stuff like that, people that just have a lot of bad addictions, they go to your partner for help, like, what do I do about this, what do I do about that? And they help them get out of that, basically. But still, there's still a vibe of the person still wanting to speak to your partner, because they're very dependent on them, because your partner helped change their life. They're like, can you help me change this aspect of my life? Can you help me to change this aspect of my life? And then you guys might feel away like, okay, you already helped them, why are they coming back for more help? And then your partner kind of doesn't know how to say no, because they just want to help the person. So there may be people that were very dependent on your person outside of romance, because you guys are romantic with them, they'll be romantic with anyone else. But there may be people that are dependent on them for advice, spiritual advice, and that might, and I feel like for a lot of you, that may annoy you guys, but you guys, this is the person you chose, right? They help people, they're healers. So this person, they're always going to want to do something new with you. I wouldn't say they're as spontaneous power number one, but they're still, if you said, oh, like, let's go out and do this, they'll be like, okay, let's go. Like, they're not as much as they like to stick to the rules and beliefs and that, if you said, oh, let's do something that doesn't really hurt their belief system, then they'll be like, all right, cool, let's go. So they're not boring, but they do have rules, not rules, but they do have beliefs and morals and values that they stick by. So they do have a good sense of balance when it comes to that. And they don't try to control people. They just feel like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to be doing all that. That's not necessary. Like, you can take my advice if you want. You've come to me for advice. If you don't take it, it is what it is. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to look at you differently because you didn't. Everyone's human. They understand everyone's human, and they will be very patient with you too as well. You may be someone that ends up going to them for advice about a lot of stuff as well as much as other people. But if you don't take their advice, they're not going to look at you like you're an idiot. You should have took my advice. They're just going to be like, well, you live and you learn. I advised you. You didn't take it. It is what it is. They're not going to make you feel away for not taking their advice, basically. They're not going to control you. If you want to go out and do stuff, they're going to be like, okay, all right, have fun, you know. They may say, oh, like, they may ask questions to see if you're safe, but they're not going to be like, you can't go here and you can't go. Like, that's not the sort of person that you end up with. But let's find out more information. Who's pile number 2 gonna end up with? Also, you're going to be very addicted to your person. Like, you may want to go with them everywhere. Because other people feel like this. You know that thing where, you know, if you have a partner and everyone wants your partner, that makes you way more attracted to your partner. Like, so for some people it doesn't do that, but for a lot, that's what kind of happens. But I feel like sexually, his partner's saying it. They're doing everything right. So with you, you feel very they're you and you are them. If anything, you become very dependent on your partner too, and they didn't do anything. They've just been being a very good partner, and it's caused you now to be very dependent on them, emotionally, sexually, in a lot of ways. So be careful with that, guys, because I know this partner is very but don't get lost in the sauce, don't get lost in the sauce. Remember to keep your own identity as well. Okay. Okay. Is that 3? Oh, we got 3 already. We have Helios cycles. So, this person, you're going to learn a lot of lessons while you're in this connection with your life partner. Like, every time, some people, they have partners and they don't really learn anything. It's kind of like they settled with their partner and they're not learning anything because they settled. There are some relationships like that and it's really sad. But with you guys, this person teaches you something new every day, or you guys, even if you go through arguments, there was a lesson to learn at the end of that, and it helps you guys. It makes your connection stronger and helps you guys to evolve. So there's cycles that end every time you're with this person. Any traumas you've been through, it may not. It's interesting. Sometimes it's through discussion where you guys where you get some sort of closure after you've had a conversation with your person, and you feel like a brand new person. But sometimes it's not verbally. It's just you may like physically go through things with this person, and it's kind of closed the chapter for you. It's kind of giving you some closure when it comes to past trauma and that. So it allows you to evolve as a person. So there's cycles that keep ending, which allows you to grow. So if anything, this person is really good for you. So I'm very happy for you, pal number 2. You should feel lucky because there's some people that are in relationships and it's terrible, guys. It's terrible. And they won't come out of them even though the person's destructive. But I feel like this person's not destructive. This person allows you to grow. Even the arguments you have with this person allows you to grow and helps make your connection stronger. I don't see anyone leaving anyone neither. So, because the devil's here, I really don't see it. And this person gives me loyal energy. So, yeah, we have skill. This person is very skillful, especially with the way they speak. Obviously, because people go to them go to them as a guy, for guidance. Leave me alone, guys. This person goes to people. People go to this person for guidance, right? So they're very good at the way they articulate themselves. But also, this person is very multi-talented. So not only can they speak very well, but there may be certain things that they could do. Maybe they're a mechanic. Maybe they're good at sports, archery. They're just they're very skilled in a lot of things. So that is good. I think that's great. Um, but I feel like their strongest skill is dedication to their beliefs and morals, basically. Um, you're probably thinking, how's that skill? It is because you know how focused you have to be and how disciplined you have to be to stick to a belief. Like, it's crazy. So their skill within that. Um, Typhon, anger and rage reverse. This person, they don't operate with anger. Any type of, obviously anger is a natural feeling. Any type of anger they feel, they deal with it internally. So they will accept, you know what, I'm very angry about this, I'm very hurt, but they won't show rage towards you. They'll just be like, that's quite hurtful. I feel quite hurt. I'm gonna need some time for myself because I just don't want to, show any aggression towards you or anger, because I don't think it's necessary. So I'm gonna deal with this myself, and then I'll come back to you and we'll have a mature conversation about the subject, and then there's, create a solution. So they don't feel like being aggressive, being violent, even verbally violent. They refuse verbally violent, physically violent. They refuse to become that way. So they would rather deal with it internally and then have a mature conversation with you on how to solve a situation. That's the type of partner you end up with. So, I mean, he or she sounded like a dream come true, guys. Then you have raw power. So it goes with the King of Wands reverse. This person's not looking to control no one. They ain't got time for it. They don't feel like they need to assert any dominance or have power over anything or anyone. If you said to them tomorrow, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want you no more, I'm gonna go be with someone else. There's the type of person that will say, well, I'm very hurt, but if that's what's gonna make you happy, then okay, I wish you well, and boom. That's the type of person that they are, and they meant it. Would I feel hurt? Absolutely, but they're not gonna force you to stay with them if you don't want to be with them. They're just gonna they don't believe in stuff like that. They're just like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to get over it. But if you say so, fair enough. That's how they are. Obviously, I do have to stress that they will feel hurt. Some people, it annoys me because there's some people where like they're in that type of situation and the person they're with will say, okay, fine. And they're like, so you never really liked me then? Of course they liked you. Would you want them to do grovel? This person's not going to grovel. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are not going to grovel. You just said you don't want to be with them. What are they supposed to do? They're not going to beg you. They're going to be like, okay, cool, fine. So that's how this person is. Final messages. Final messages. Okay, 3. Wow, they're just all coming out. It's because this person's very... How do I even explain this? It's because of the way this person is. That's the best way I can say it. Guidance, but where will it lead you? Reverse. Sea Beacon Fairy. So, even though people go to them for guidance, they're the type of person that doesn't... It's weird. They don't expect people to go to them for guidance. Like, they're just like, if someone asks me, then I'll give my opinion. You know what I mean? If not, it is what it is. So as much as people go to them for guidance, they don't expect people to, but they will be more than glad to give you if you need it. Miracle, Angel of Alchemy reversed. Yeah, they don't. Okay, this person doesn't believe in miracles and luck. They're the sort of person that's like, as I said, they're very spiritual. They're just like, so let's say if they are religious, the deity that they believe in, they feel like you're going through this because that deity has made you go through this. Is a lesson you need to learn. It was meant to happen. It's not no miracle. It was meant to. And it was meant to happen to make you into a stronger person, to make you into a more loving person. So they're like, there's a reason for everything. This person's like, there's a reason for everything. Even if tomorrow you said I don't want to be with you no more, they're like, there was a reason for that. My deity made that happen. It is what it is. If this person isn't religious and they're more on the spiritual side of things, then that's rude. That's rude. Okay. If they're not religious and they're spiritualists, let's say, they're like, the universe has made this happen. Maybe you're just a karmic partner. Maybe my twin flame is out there with someone else, and then eventually they're gonna be with me. You know, it is what it is. Maybe your soulmate, we having a bit of an argument and we're gonna speak again. They're just very relaxed because they put so much trust into the universe. So they're just like, it is. They may, they just have this mentality of it is what it is. I can't control everything, and everything that does happen is meant to happen. So there's no such thing as miracles for this person, but it's not in a bad way. It's like, good will come to me, but it will come at a specific time. I won't know that time, but it is what it is. That's how they are. Personal, powerful personal growth reversed. Nautilus Princess. But it's reversed. So it literally means, like, one interpretation literally could be that this person always goes through personal growth consistently. It doesn't stop. If they had one night of the soul, no, they had 20 nights of the soul. Like, it's consistent. Every day they learn something new. Every day they're transforming. Every day they're growing. Like, they never feel like, I've learned everything I need to learn and that's it. They're like, no, I've learned something, but there may be another lesson that's around the corner that I need to learn. So that's just how they are. They consistently want to grow. There was another thing I saw. I'm going to get irritated because I really wanted to... can't remember, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the messages I saw in that card. It's going to irritate me. It had a good point as well. At the bottom of the deck, we have the past returns for a time. Ghost of the past, but is reversed. So they're not with the old... They're not in with they had an old girlfriend or old boyfriend. They said, yeah, that's the past. I loved them. It didn't work. I'm with you now. I love you. There was a lesson I had to learn. I've learned it. I'm not trying to go back to them. That's it. And it's genuine. The cycle's complete. New person. But they're not into the whole go back to this person, speak to you, go back to... Like, they said, I've learnt the lesson, move forward. This is what I'm supposed to be in life right now, and I'm going to enjoy it. That's how they think. They don't entertain the past. They don't entertain past behaviour. It's not productive. It's not constructive. They're not doing it. They will play themselves, and they know they will, so they're not going to do it. So that's just how they are. But pile number 2, that's how your person is. They sound like a dream come true. I hope I get a person like you, pile number 2. That was so nice. But yeah, I'm gonna go to pile number 3 now. Pile number 3. Let me sage the place before I do pile number 3, yeah, because obviously I want clear energy. I don't want you to be, obviously I do hope you get someone at pile number 2. That was just amazing. But we want, you know, your own energy out here. We do. Ooh. Okay. One time. I don't like it there. I'm going to put it here. Right. This is if you chose the lighter. Pile number 3. Your person brings the fire. No, wait. Why didn't it do that the first time I did it? Brings the fire. They bring the fire, okay? One time. So your person's very fiery, very you know, they spark a light in people. It's just lovely, right? I do think it's lovely. This person might be a bit of a firecracker as well. Might be like, well, to be fair, that could be seen as quite negative, right? But it could be in a positive way as well. You might say, I wanted to go, you know, cycling. What do you think about that? Yeah, I want to go cycling. That's amazing. I think we should go. I think that'd be awesome. Like, this type of person like that, you're sitting there like, okay, calm down. I didn't know you would liked it that much. Like, they have spurts of energy here and there, basically. I can't answer that because I'm doing reading. Oh, they may call you often as well. So that is one thing to consider. What the hell? That's one thing you should know. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Let's go. So, number 3. Pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. How's your partner? Let's do this. How is their life partner? Who is their life partner? The world. So I'll tell you right now, this person likes to travel. It's not just that. This person likes to complete things. If this person did a course, they're not gonna flunk, or okay, that's not nice to say. They're not gonna say in the second year of the course, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I'm over it. There's someone that's gonna say, I'm gonna complete it. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna do it, and they complete it. They do it. Anything they say they're gonna do, they do, and then they finish it. It's done. So they like to finish what they start. There's an argument, and they're arguing with someone, they're not gonna back down and say, oh, okay, whatever. They're gonna say, are you what? No, because I have a valid point, XYZ. Like, we're going to finish this argument, but we're gonna get all the points across before we do. Even if they're in the wrong, they want to say their side first and their point of view. They'll listen to the other person's side, and then they will come to a conclusion about what it is. We're finishing this, it's getting sorted. They're not into the whole, oh, I don't really like that person, but, you know, I'm being nice to them. Like, if they don't like you, they're going to say, I don't like you. Boom. We're not friends. Nothing is half done or half said. Everything's complete, everything's done. They ain't got time for it. So that's the sort of person that you will end up with. If there's an argument happening, you better just say they won. And even then, I don't even know, because they need to get their point across to you. So yeah. this person's quite fixed in nature. They may be quite stubborn as well. So you could end up with a fixed sign, but also they may be stubborn with their point of views also. So that's something you may have to put up with. Okay. Okay, well, they all flew out. Like, Two of Cups, this person's very loving. This person may want to go out with you a lot, but you see, pile number 3 was more in, no, pile number 2, it was more in like a dependent way. So that couple was with each other all the time. This one is, it's if you want to. So is if like, hey, do you want to go out here? Let's go out here. It's more like free. So this person is quite, they value their friendships a lot with people. Their one-to-one friendships particularly, whether it's their co-worker, their friend, their family member. They have close connections with people. Also, this person is very trustworthy too. So you will be able to trust this person with a lot of information. They don't give the vibe that they're going to tell everyone. Like, they're a very trustworthy person. And I think it could possibly be because whatever they say they're going to do, they do and they complete. So people are like, oh, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. Okay, well, yeah, I respect it. So a lot of people, they may be friends with a lot of people because people respect them highly. And not just you, it's not just you that trust them. Their friends and family trust them. People outside of you guys trust them. So they're known to have a reputation of being very trustworthy, but also very loving and caring as well. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So basically, this person can, as much as they complete things that they're supposed to do and they say they're going to do, when it comes to giving people like things, so I mean, it could be seen, all right, so financially this person may not be that well off. I'm gonna let you know that from now. Like, they may not be. By the time you meet them, they might still be building, and even near the end they might still be building. So when you won't be the type of person that's able to say, oh, can we go to this expensive bougie restaurant? Can we buy a house in Malibu? Like, in a bougie area? Like, they might look at you like, I can't afford that. I can't do all that. So, but it could even be like a minor thing, like, a restaurant that's not too cheap but not too expensive. They might be like, I can't actually afford that. Like, so financially, they may not be saying it that much. It may not be all money man, money woman. But they're trying, they're trying. So I'm going to let you guys know that right now. Or if they are someone that has money, which I wasn't really getting, like loads, if there's someone that has loads of money, they may be quite stingy. But it's because they need to make sure that they can financially provide for everyone and everything that they have obligations to, and that they can take care of all their responsibilities. So they may act a bit, is it frugal? They may act a bit like, I can't afford that a lot of the time. So yeah, that is a bit of their behavior. Do you want to call it cheap? I don't know. But if they're rich, they act cheap, sorry. And if they don't have any money, they don't have any money. So it's very hard for them to offer you things that they want to. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So if this is someone that has money, it's because they've been saving, they've been investing. This person could literally be an investor, but every time they get money, they may just invest it. So when it's time to go out, you guys are like, I can't. He might be like, I can't pay for it. I just finished investing in something. I don't know what you want me to do. I just save up for this. Like, so he or she, let me not be sexist, but I know majority of the people that watch my channels are women. I checked on the analytics. Yeah. But yeah, if they have a lot of money, it's because they've been saving, they've been investing. Obviously, that's accumulated over time for them to, make a lot of money. But obviously, when it comes to you wanting certain things, like you wanted to buy certain things, if you're married, obviously, your finances are tied in a sense, whether you have a joint account or not. And they might be like, I don't know if we can afford that. So I don't know if that may irritate you guys, that like nice fancy things. But then some of you, this person has a mindset of, even if if they don't have a lot of money, they have a mindset of, oh, I need to basically, I need to save. So they're not really into the whole spend, basically. So outside of financial stuff, when it comes to offering time, they may not have a lot of time to give you. So when they do spend time with you, is very loving and caring and that, but it may not be often because they're always busy working, they're always busy working hard for, the family, and they may not, and themselves, and they want to be able to spend as much time as with you as you would like. But when they do spend time with you, it's very nice, I'd say. So yeah, this person may not be able to offer you stability, so you might end up being the breadwinner, but it doesn't matter because, well, that's up to you guys if it matters, but it may not matter that much because they are giving you the attention that you need in that. So cool, they're not giving the finances, but when it comes to the attention and the intimacy is there. So yeah. Queen of Cups, yeah, as I said, they're very loving. That's one thing you guys will really like about them. They're very loving, they're very caring, they're very empathic. They'll kind of know why you feel a certain way, without you having to say too much. They could just look at you, see that you're upset, and you didn't have to say two words because they know you well. So yeah, that's the type of person that they are. So not so hot on the finances, even if they are quite wealthy, but attention wise, they're 100%. You don't even have to question it. So yeah. So if you know that you're someone that needs that money, I don't know how I don't know how you're gonna cope, but everyone's different. Some people don't really care about like finances and that. As long as the person's giving them attention, they're good. And if that's you, you're lucky. Some people, like, cool, there's some people out there where their partner can only really give them money, and then when it comes to attention, the partner's looking at them like, I can give you that. I can give you that. Take my money though. And some people are like, what is your money if you're not even there emotionally? So it really depends on the person. Last shuffle. This person may work late at nights, by the way. So they might have like a night job, a night shift. So when you're in bed going to sleep because you've got to wake up for work the next morning, they're at work, honey. They're at work. They're at work like 24, not 24/7, but at night they're going to work. They may even be working at like, let's say, 4 a.m. in the morning till, you know, not that's unrealistic, 4 a.m. to a certain time in, let's say, the afternoon. Like, I don't know, they may do stuff like that. They may have two jobs, but they're someone that's trying to build, whatever their financial situation, there's someone that's constantly trying to build. So the time you get with them may not be it may not always be as much time as you would like, but the time you do get with them is very sweet and loving. How's pile number 3's person? Pile number 3's life partner. Okay. Mithras sacrifice reverse. Yeah, they're not sacrificing. They can't sacrifice time and money for you. I know that's quite heartbreaking to hear, but they can't do it. They will try to find a balance, but there's no way they're putting you before the bag. I'm sorry, they can't do it. So that's just their mentality. They can't put you before the bag, and they can't. I wouldn't advise anyone to put anyone before the bag, but that's just my opinion. Like, but anyways, they can't sacrifice you for the bag, and that's just the best way I can put it. They're not a very sacrificial person. Is that the word? They don't sacrifice a lot. As much as loving as they can be, you're not gonna come in the way of anything that they're building. They're not doing it. If you do get married, they might even ask you to sign a prenup because they're not sacrificing no finances for you. Because as much as you may say, oh, I would never try to take your money if we broke up, they'll be like, yeah, sign a prenup. I'll know you. I love you, but I'm not an idiot. It's like, you could do something weird. So they're not sacrificing anything, guys. That's how they are. Okay. That one flew. Raw power. This person, I think they're very powerful. Their energy. They're the sort of person, they come in the room, they don't have to say nothing. They just come in the room, they look around and they're like, and instantly they get everyone's respect. Instantly. They don't have to say much. You know why? People respect people's absence sometimes. This person's not around everyone 24/7. Majority of the time they're either with you or they're at work. They're working. They're getting the bag. They don't have time to be spending they don't have time to be spending they don't have much time to spend with friends and that. So people really respect them because they're like, pound number three's husband or wife, they're on their grind, they're not playing. They're really about life, about building. Like, it's not a joke. So people find your person very powerful. Also, the Ankh, Ra's holding the Ankh, and that basically means eternal life. So people kind of feel like whatever your person's building, and it could be in a financial sense. So this is if your person has a lot of money, because for some of you, it's either this person doesn't have much money and they're constantly trying to get money, and then there's some of you, your person's actually quite wealthy, but they're still quite stingy with money. And if it's the people where, and I'm talking to the people where your person is quite wealthy, this person is going to leave a legacy behind and everyone knows it. So even when they pass, your children are going to get loads of money, let's say loads of properties, whatever this person has invested in, whatever this person is building when it comes to money, your children are going to end up having it. So it's kind of like this person is going to leave something behind for people. And this is why they're highly respected, because some people, they just go to work and then they go to sleep and that's it. They don't really know about like investing in that. But your person does, or if it's not even investing, your person will leave something behind. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, people respect your person for that. Okay. Maui discovery. People never really know how this person is. So as much as they're loving, that's all people really know about your person. And this is why it's reversed. You won't even really know. Guys, I had tea, I had to get the gas out. Like, yes, as Jamaicans, we believe when you drink tea, the gas comes out your system, boom, right? So burping here and there, excuse me, don't mean to be rude. But it's literally a thing where people will never really discover how your person is fully, and you won't neither, because they put so much emphasis on work and saving, and then they show love and energy. But when they're showing the love and energy, it's really them asking about you and how you are. There's not much attention really on them, so you never really know how they are, and neither do their friends and family members really. So they're always going to be a mystery to people. Hades death reverse. So this person, I just think they're just really going to be remembered even after they pass. They're just going to be someone that people remember. They're not really going to change their ways neither. So if you're thinking, I might get with them and I might meet them like that and they may change, no, darling, they're not changing. This is how they are. This is how they are. As I said, they're a very fixed person. They could be a Scorpio, Taurus. What are the fixed signs? What are the fixed signs? Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or an Aquarius. Like, they just know this is the way I do things, and it is what it is. Last shuffle. Love shuffle. Whoa, I'm getting message loads. This person may message you a lot, guys, like a lot. Because they can't be with you 24/7, so they're just messaging. That's the best way they can communicate with you. So they show you that they still love you, but you know, I've got things to do at the same time, so I'm trying to share my energy the best I can. Okay, what, how is part number 3's life partner gonna be? Okay, grumpy red fairy, be your true self, reverse. So this person kind of has something to prove, obviously, if they're building something. When it comes to like being their true self, yeah, it's cool being me. No one's hiding how I am. Like, they may say something like that, no one's hiding how I am, but I've got something to prove, that I've got things, I've got to build something, I've got, you know, I'm very hard working. So you know, they can't really express themselves too much, where they don't look professional. That's for some of you. um this person may also be annoyed about certain things, and you know, I said that they kind of get, you know, a bit about certain things, a bit angry. um they really try to not do that. um they try. So they may feel, this person may feel like angry, upset about a lot of things, but they may try to there's times where they know that's a bit too much and it's not professional. So there's times where they will try to stop that, but naturally it's very hard for them to do that. So they have conflict there. How we have the mildew fairy, cleanup time, reverse, and we have holding on way too tight. So, and then we also have Poe, time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So this person is a straight businessman, businesswoman. They're workaholics. I'll tell you guys that right now. Whether they're successful right now or not, they are workaholics, full stop. Well, whatever their financial position, they're workaholics. You can't tell them nothing, and they hold on tight to their dreams. They do, and you know, clean up time, mildew fairy. There's certain things that they don't have to. So you know how I said, for some of you, that they will continue an argument on, but it really depends. For some of you, like, they just want completion when it comes to an argument, so they might speak things out with someone, but they're very particular with who they do that with. Sometimes they don't care to do that. They're just like, I've got things to do. I'm not sitting here arguing about the same thing over and over again. I think that's what it personally means. But pile number 3, that is your reading. If you like this reading, like, subscribe to my channel. If you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. And you can follow my TikTok page too. Bye, guys.